Hi. Hi. How are you guys?
Good, how are you?
Chilling. It's my first time here.
Oh, really?
I love making friends, talking to strangers. Hey, nice to meet you,
That
sir.
can be dangerous these days.
Actually, I've always found it a blessing. Safi, nice to meet you.
Chad.
Chad, Safi, nice to meet you.
Takara, nice to meet you.
Kara?
Takara.
Takara, nice to meet you.
Jess.
Jess, how are you, Jess?
Good.
So basically, I just like to travel, and I make like little documentaries of wherever I go. You look like a really cool guy. Could I just talk to you for like a few seconds?
Sure. No. So you have a channel, or you just?
Yeah, I have a channel. Yeah, please follow me, and then let me get your number, man. If you ever wanna, you never know when we'll cross paths again. Oh, what's up, dude? How's it going?
But there's a term for new people who, like tourists or people who don't vibe with them. They'll say haole,
Haole.
Yeah.
Haole.
and haole literally means one without breath.
Oh wow, that's so deep.
Because when the Americans first interacted with the Hawaiians, they would come up, and Native Hawaiians, they would sort of like the Eskimos would put their nose to each other and exchange breath. But you know how Americans, they will just
Yeah.
shake hands and hey, and how you doing? So that's what the term,
One without breath.
Yeah.
Haole.
yeah, a huge gentrification process going on in the island. So more people are buying up short-term rentals. So let's say a family will buy a short-term rental from the mainland here, and then they'll rent it out to people coming in, and then that jacks up the prices for houses in the area in general.
Kicks natives out who can afford it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Put me in your shoes on the day like you booked your flight.
Okay, so when I came out here, I came out on vacation for 2 weeks. And after the first week, I decided I liked it. So the next day, I went on Indeed, applied for a whole bunch of jobs, and then most of them called me back, and I got hired my second week of vacation.
What were you applying for?
Behavioral therapist tech. So you work with kids with autism, and you just pretty much, you have the therapist, they tell you what to do, they tell you what behaviors to look out for, what behaviors you're trying to get rid of, and then you just implement what they say to do.
But there must have been like a night or like the moment where it all hits you.
Yeah,
I'm
it was,
making a big decision, what I'm leaving behind, what I'm going to. Do you remember how that felt?
it was around the 4th of July, and then they were doing fireworks outside, and I was in the back of my Airbnb, and it was just, I was like, this place is beautiful. Like, it's just so beautiful. And so that's when I was like, I know I'm moving. And so when I went back home, I told my roommate, I was like, hey, I'm moving. I'm moving to Hawaii. He was like, what? And I was like, yeah, I'm moving to Hawaii. And yeah, I had gotten the job. And a month later, hopped on a plane.
Who else did you have a conversation with?
With my parents, I was like, hey, I want to move to Hawaii. And they're like, what? Why are you moving to Hawaii? You don't know anybody there if anything happens. And I was like, I just really feel like I need to go there. And they're like, well, if you feel like you need to go, just go. And so I told my roommate, I told my friends, I told my parents, and yeah.
What about a person? Did anyone wow you in Hawaii that you were just like, this is the kind of people I want to surround myself with?
So you meet a whole sort of different vibes and people in Hawaii. There's a huge hippie scene. There's a huge hippie scene in Pahoa. You meet a lot of people here and like that. And so with them, it feels like they have the right idea. It's just implemented slightly incorrectly, but they have the right idea. And I appreciate the hippie scene out here, and I appreciate the locals and the natives, and even a little bit of the tourists too. But when you see all those coming together, and I'm from New York, so you have the melting pot, but it's different here because it's more family oriented. And when I saw all that, I saw the freedom of the hippies, I saw the laid back lifestyle of the locals, I saw the protective instinct of the natives, and then I saw the wow factor from the tourists. And I was just like, I have to be part of that. I have to feel what that is. And so that's why I decided.
I'm sure your mindset changes when you make a life-altering decision.
Oh yeah.
How do you move differently?
So I don't know if you guys felt it yet, or if you felt it yet, but it's a lot slower out here. And so I was used to New York City or DC where bam, 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 things get done immediately. Like I'm doing this. That's not the same out here. Out here, it's slow motion. If you want something done quick, expect it. Quick out here is like 2 months later. So it's not quick at all. It's you have to just be patient and you have to go on island time. It's really slow. It's really slow moving.
What does your future look like now? This new person, what do you want now?
I think earlier when we had the other discussion, honestly, I feel a great need just to help. And I feel like all the stuff that I'm doing, the coaching, the retreat, the gym business that I want to open up for the community to help people have something to do, I feel like that's what my future is right now.
And who do you miss the most? What do you miss about them?
To be candid, I miss my mother. She passed when I moved here.
Oh my God.
So yeah,
man.
I miss her the most.
You walk around with such a big smile,
Yeah.
carrying so much
Yeah,
pain. You never know.
Yeah, I miss her the most. She was like a rock in my life. She had the best advice. I miss that woman the most. But I can live and learn from her example. And she was really strong. She was really straightforward. She took action. And so I'm just doing the same thing. I'm living her legacy.
When you think about your mother, what characteristic, personality type comes out to you the most? What memory?
She was loud. She was like the loudest person you ever knew. She was just loud, and she was demanding, but she had good reason. Like she knew, like she was wise. So she was smart, wise, very, very loud. She's like that stereotypical Christian black mother. Like, yeah, she would let you have it, and if I did something wrong, she would let me have it. But it came from a good place, and I appreciate her. I just always appreciate the example that she set for me.
What part of your personality do you think you carry from your mother?
I carry both parts from both parents. My dad's really quiet, and so he's like reserved, and he's more to himself, but he's very strict too. But my ability to talk, to jive with people, to sort of express myself in different modalities, that's my mother.
When you achieve different things in your life,
Mm-hmm.
what would you like to tell your mom? Like, what is the next achievement you would like to share with your mom if you could do it?
The next achievement?
Marriage, a wedding, a house. What would you like to share? Your business and you open it?
It's the business and how many people I help, because she was a teacher. She started off as a teacher, then she became a principal, then the superintendent. And during that whole tenure, she just reached a whole bunch of students and she reached a whole bunch of people. And she helped so many people. And so I want to carry that on. I want to help as many people as I can.
You know, the way your mom taught you and the way you've been so kind to me,
Yeah.
I feel like your mom's love is like
Yeah.
in some way coming through you.
That's the one thing. I think I had one friend ask me, how do you know that love exists? And I was like, it's the example that was set for me. It was just like what she left me, all the care and the guidance that she left me, that's what I appreciate the most. And that's what I felt the most. And that's what I can pass on to people.
If you could be a dad, how would you do it differently, or how would you do it?
So they had a good system with me specifically. With my older sister, they're a little bit more strict. But with me, there were some boundaries, definitely some boundaries, but they left me to my own devices. I would do the same thing, but I would just be a little bit more understanding with some stuff and a little bit more in tune with the changing dynamics of the world. Because they were old-fashioned in some things. And so I don't think I'll be as old-fashioned with some stuff. And I would just be a little bit more understanding to the changing world.
You know what I liked about you is right when I saw you, you gave me undoubtable kindness.
Yeah,
Like, I felt like I could do anything and you would just be like so understanding.
that's one of the effects from being out here. So they have a actually funny saying, you're either running away from something, so you go as far west as you can, or the island is calling you. And you're just like receiving kindness and showing kindness from it.
And everyone says you have aloha in you.
Aloha spirit, yeah.
You have the aloha in you, and
Yep.
aloha's kindness and
Yeah.
love.
And that's why you gotta throw the
the
shaka.
shaka.
Yeah, you gotta throw that up. Like take that everywhere. Take that kindness with you everywhere.
Dude, thank you so much, man.
No problem. I appreciate it.
I hope we can be friends like forever. You
No,
know? Like, I'm here for you, and
Yeah.
anytime you need me.
Yo, hit me
anytime-
up. Hit me up anytime.
Yeah,
If you're in town, if I'm in Cali, I'll hit you up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll come and visit you more, dude.
All right.
Thank you so much, bro.
It was nice.
Okay, of course.
We're gonna do that. We're gonna do it New York way. We're gonna go pop. There we go.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
That was a great interview, bro.